And I do have a cause that's near and dear to my heart, and that's helping the researchers to fund their research through art. So art and science work hand in hand in my mind. And that's where iPlaid has a story, as do the many other images. If you can see back here, you'll notice that we have, gosh, I've got 20 up here. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she died of pancreatic cancer. It's called RBG. Willie Garris, who was on Sex and the City. This is called The Train to Somewhere. This is Fancy Free for Cindy's mom. Jack Benny, he kept us in stitches. This is Whirlywoo, a dear friend in Switzerland who passed away 4 months before my husband was diagnosed, and we were friends for 45 years. It just has no boundaries. Michael Landon, Little House on the Prairie. This is Sally Ride. Sally Ride was a graduate at UCSD, the first female astronaut, and space was her place. And that's her piece. This is called Fuel Cells, Pebble the Future. That was done for my husband. He was known as the Steve Jobs of nuclear power. A brilliant man that had a belief in pebbles that would be inside the core of the reactor, which are now being produced 10 years after he passed, but we're thrilled about that. So this signifies TRISO fuel cells. Luciana Pavarotti, Notes to Music. Here's Steve Jobs for iPlaid. Going down here, we have Patrick Swayze, the Dancing Man. Aretha Franklin, we call that respect. Dizzy Gillespie, yes, Dizzy Gillespie, we all loved him. This is called Cheek to Cheek. This is a piece for my old boss at Jack Nadell. It's called Holy Moly. It was a big teddy bear. This is Alex Trebek, who was the most well-known, lost just about the same journey that my husband had, 15, 17 months. And I sent this piece to his wife. It's called What Is. And down here we have Smero, that was done for a friend of mine, Salah Hassan's son, Roland, who died right after my husband died. This is Gnarly Man for a man that had a car dealership here in San Diego. This is Count Basie, the Blessed Man. Donna Reed. Donna Reed was the belle of the ball to me. She was so well known, TV, movies, The Christmas Story with Jimmy Stewart, and her middle name was Belle, so I call her the belle of the ball. And lastly, we have Randy Pausch, who was the young professor at Carnegie Mellon who died of pancreatic cancer way too early. At 48 years old, he wrote a book called The Last Lecture, and I call this piece The Last Lecturer, Randy Pausch. So that gives you an idea of some of my thoughts and what I've been doing with my art. It's very meaningful to me to be able to tell the story and to let people know that there are many things you can do to make sure that you check your CA19-9 levels and make sure it isn't sitting in your system. It was in my husband's system for a year before we even knew. It is a silent killer. I'm on my way to tell that story and to hopefully encourage everyone to look at the art and get back to me with ideas, because I'm not going to stop, and I'm eager to make a difference in this very unique way of doing art. That's my challenge, is how do I continue to do this and make a difference? It needs supporters like you, or people that are helping with ideas.